We'll get there.
All right, so let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Wait, what about our sponsors?
Can we do the money zone?
Jeez. Tonight we're sponsored by Chalkboard Drawings, Star Wars posters, and I don't know, Cam. But with that, we pick up the session on the docks, kind of mid-fray, after the group of you discussing with Lady Vesdragna, and deciding to accompany her to interrupt, at least stop potential breakdown in peace talks, making sure that things go smoothly. As you guys headed to the docks, you were abruptly interrupted by a giant ape-like creature. As you started fighting it, the docks that you were standing upon were breaking away as Shiri was flung into the bubbling water below, Riki riding on the back of this creature as it tumbled back into the water. As you hit the water, that is where we're going to pick up right now. Let me just hop over to Owl Bear Rodeo because I'll throw this back up for you guys. So you should have the link now. So if you recall, as you'll jump in, give me a second there.
Whoa, new icons.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There you go. As you get
And drawn.
as,
Cute.
I don't know. I look a little scary.
That's adorable.
Rallies, Eric?
yeah, I did.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
See what it looks like, so I zoomed it in.
all right.
Or I made it bigger.
That's a wild magic surge.
Boom. So as you guys find yourself in the docks falling back, this is where we picked up. Shiri, before I kind of jump back into the initiative, Shiri, give me a perception check. As you hit the water, you are inundated, getting that last gasp of water as you fall into the murky dock waters. Ooh.
At 20 plus 1.
Very
Oh,
nice.
gee.
Well,
Good start to the night.
great start to the night. As you fall into the waters, Shiri, you notice something floating next to you. What you see is a model grade skinned creature, feminine in form, with long green seaweed like hair. Eyes have been almost degraded to gray with a blue light. As you see this creature, I threw it in the chat. This creature floating in the waters next to you.
Oh, maybe
That's
she's friendly.
creepy as hell. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Is it like a Aaron or
As you hear a voice. The one who disturbed my house. Let's switch this battle map up to a little bit wider. I turned it just so you can see. As you see the creature floating next to you. All right.
Mine's loading.
There we go.
Really creepy.
Is this turning into a water level?
As you see the giant ape creature in the water with Riki, Shiri, you're next to this creature. Let me just hop over to initiative, which I kept from last time. So next up would be Riki. You're first up in the order as you are hitting the surface right as you fall into the water with the ape. The rest of you see the big splash next to the boat, the rising sun on the horizon causing glare over the water, making it difficult to see into the water. Riki, you're up. What do you do?
So, I think Riki is a little bit thrown off by, like, I had planned to get on top of the creature, didn't plan to fall into the water. and I react in a way that's unexpected even to me. And so I'm going to grab onto this creature, but when I do, I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on this thing.
Ooh.
And but Riki doesn't really understand what just happened, I think is what we'll say happens.
All right, go for it. Make it attack roll.
The rest of us don't understand either.
How do I make it?
Right. Riki, as he falls in the water, in a panic.
Wait, that was the wrong roll.
As in a panic, as Riki's in the water, catching breath, holding their breath, the hands holding onto this creature just start to tremble with electric force. As you reach in, the shock seems to dissipate in the water around. You can feel that static charge, not being in full control of it. Electrifies the water around, dampened by the seaweed that's floating around you, absorbing the energy. Are you doing anything else on your turn, Riki?
Nah, that one cool thing was planned and it failed.
Hey, you know what? You got to learn how to control it.
Yep.
Let's see. Next up is the sea creature, as it looks over to Shiri. It's going to, as it reached out, see to it that you don't do anymore. As it's gonna reach out to try and grab you with its clawed hand, it's going to make 2 attack rolls against you. The first one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit, but I was just looking for my reaction, but I don't know if I still have it or not.
And then it's gonna come down with a second strike. That one is only going to be a 13 or
That doesn't hit.
12 to hit. So the first strike is going to come down, hitting you for 13 slashing damage.
I am going to. No, that won't work. Okay, 13.
Yep.
Okay.
And you start to see the creature. It's starting to phase, so you can start to see it almost like transparently through it, almost like some of the hair and some of the skin is warping into water itself, almost like it's dissolving into the seawater around it. Or at least it started to. Next up is Naxa. She's going to look over. I believe you guys can do it. And
Max is still working on her reports.
and I'm gonna try and inspire you, Elena. Sorry, Raze, you're next up. Raze, if you can.
I already have one.
Shiri. Where did Shiri go? Shit. Okay, Elena, here, you take it.
That was right. Oh, she didn't realize I was underwater.
Take the lead. Can you save him as you get a bardic inspiration towards you?
What does that do? I've never received bardic inspiration in the full campaign.
You can add a D8. You can add a D8 to one of your rolls, a D20 roll.
Okay.
You have the choice of what to use it, and then she is going to cast. You know what? Fuck it. She is going to cast calm emotions on everybody. Calm down. We got this.
Is that useful?
It's annoying.
What does it do?
It fails. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It like makes us indifferent to the situation. We're like, oh, cool.
Cool as a cucumber.
All right. As Vess is on the ship, she's shit. Can you get over here? Get on the ship. We got to get this moored off. I don't want the boat to come down. And she starts barking off to the crew to get stuff done. As she peers over the edge of the boat, she calls out to the lot of you. If you're coming, I'd suggest you get on the boat now. And that'll be her turn, not being able to see under the water since this plume of black mud is kind of spread out like a fog cloud underwater around the giant ape. Next up is Raze. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna shout out to Vess and just say, we're not leaving unless we have everyone. And I don't know what Shiri's going through, so I'm just gonna kind of move over to here.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can see her. I don't think I can see the other
A
thing.
little hard to see in
this
the water.
ape is a problem.
A little hard to see into the water at this point.
Yeah, this ape is a problem. So I'm just going to try and get rid of it so it doesn't stomp on anybody in the water. And I'm gonna hold up my hand, and these sort of like black kind of spires move towards it, and it's gonna need to make a con save.
Constitution save.
16. Probably gonna pass.
Yeah, it. Oh, it's a 25.
Yeah,
as you
it
see
still
it.
takes half damage. It was blight.
Okay.
Do you have? Can I borrow d8?
Yeah.
One.
So you cast it in the general direction where you think, because you can't quite see the ape creature.
I can't see the ape creature.
No. So you know what? I'll give it
But it's a
advantage.
harbor.
It's in the water, and the mud that's kicked up
Oh.
around it. So what I'll do is I'll give it advantage, but it's still going to pass. So go for it.
Okay, all right. I misunderstood. Sorry about that.
As you start to see black tentacles into the water, Riki, you start to feel almost like this tentacle thing reaching around you towards the fur that you're just holding onto to get bearings, where you can basically are blinded at this point because of the water and the murkiness in this water. How much damage is that?
21 necrotic.
20.
I take 21 necrotic.
No. Well, maybe. It's not an area. It's like a single creature.
Yeah. As you Riki, as you're holding on to this creature, you start to feel the fur dissolving in your hand.
Gross.
As this creature, and what you basically you start to feel this creature shrinking, and the fur starts to fall out, and it's almost like a form is revealing itself in this thing. You can't quite see what it is, but it almost is like shrinking down to something similar to your size.
Is it plant-based?
Is it plant-based?
No, the best you can realize, Riki, from what basically because you're in contact with it, is you can feel a humanoid form forming in your hands where once this big ape creature was.
So just to clarify, I'm holding onto this thing, and I am holding onto it as it shrinks. I don't like lose my grasp.
Give me a strength check to see, because you're in the water, you're fighting.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how the physics work out on this thing. So strength.
Yeah.
What just happened? I know it for plants and stuff, but it's a humanoid shape.
No.
Doing that thing where dice rolls are really slow.
This one is like made.
16.
16. Yeah, if you want to hold on to it, you can. I'd say it's not.
I feel like I wouldn't. But does that seem fair? Like this thing's like changing, and I'm in the water. There's no tactical advantage to it anymore, so I'm probably just like
Okay, yeah, that's fine. With a 16, it's your choice.
Pinky Shear, are you okay?
You just call out into the water. Other than the splashing of the water against the ship and the voices of the crew, you hear silence coming off of the water as they're both below. Next up in the order is Shiri. What are you doing? Unless Raze, you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Shiri, what are you doing?
I would like to try to kick and swim up to the surface and try to get on this boat that's right beside me.
Okay, so you get up to the surface. You catch your breath as the water splashes around you, and you see this boat to it. You can reach. Give me a strength check to pull yourself up on the boat. As Raze, you see Shiri break the surface of the water.
Great. I'm not very strong. I got an 8.
As you're struggling to get on the boat, you grab with your hand. You're holding on, but because you're soaking wet, it's so hard to pull yourself up. Whereas like getting onto a canoe, it starts rocking along with the the displacement of this giant ape creature, now no longer there, starts to wave the water around it, making it harder to get on. Anything else in your turn, Shiri?
Do I have any movement left?
If you want to swim around, you can. Yeah, you got about 15 feet left.
Okay, I wanna. Can I get to here?
Yeah, so you can get there.
Okay. I'll call it there.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. As you move away and around from where you saw that sea creature, the voice starts to gargle a little bit as you start to get too far away to be able to hear it as you broke the surface. But you start to feel the water below you shake as you're swimming through the seaweed. Those leaves and the stems of this underwater vegetation wrapping around your legs. You kick through it. You start to feel more rising up towards you. However, you realize very quickly that this isn't seaweed rising, as you see a little head, lizard-like, pop up from the water as a sea snake. It's just a small little sea snake comes up towards you as it tries to coil itself around one of your limbs.
Do not want.
It's wrapping around your arm, but it's not able to hold you down. I want Ray. I think you're the closest. Give me a perception check.
And I see my friends struggle or not. Ooh, 21.
Yeah. You see Sherry come up. You see this little snake creature. As you look beyond, you start to see 1, 2, 3, 4 dozen, 20, 30, hundreds of little sea snakes rising up, swimming their way to the surface. All right, Elena, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Okay. All right. So I'd like to, so Sherry's in the water, right?
Yes, so is Riki.
All right. I'll help you, Sherry, and then Ricky. So, can I leap onto this little canoe here?
Which one? The one next to Sherry?
I want to be able to go help up Sherry onto the canoe.
Okay, so if you see the dock and you see how there's the blue water on top of the dock,
Yeah.
all of that dock is gone.
Oh, okay.
So that's been blown away. So you're going to have to jump 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, which might be a long jump for you.
All right. What if I go around here and then jump onto this little rowboat and then jump onto here?
I'm going to say that's going to take both your action, which you're hasted.
Yeah.
So that'll take your action, your movement, and I want you to make a couple of acrobatics checks. So
Is the one of the actions?
run to the dock, acrobatics check to the first boat.
Okay, good. I have advantage on these. This will come in handy. That is a 22.
All right, you are able to leap over the first boat, almost like triple jump in track and field, as you take your first leap off. It's not even like you're trying to land on this boat, but using it as a push point for your foot as you leap to the second boat. Give me an acrobatics check. And this is gonna be a lot higher because you're in full motion. The water's swaying.
That is a 23.
I am going to say you fly over. As you hit the boat, you just make it and are able to pull yourself up. The bottom of your clothes gets soaked as your legs hit the water, but your momentum lets you kind of tuck up and roll into the boat. As you do, you're able to right yourself, but that's going to be your whole turn as you make this daring move to get to Shiri. I love it.
Where did you end up though, Elena? Are you on this tiny rowboat?
Yes, wherever she wants on that boat, you've made it to it. I love it. Myron, you're up next.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I thought there was something there.
You're up next.
I'm gonna start running over towards the boat that Vess is on, moving about 15 feet. And as I get closer, I'm going to bonus action Misty Step onto the boat.
I should have just done that.
I was wondering if you had these things.
I do have Misty Step.
Get to the side of the boat, and is there something like a rope or anything I can throw over for the people in the water to start climbing up?
Yeah, you can, because this boat was in like full preparation. There are ropes everywhere you can grab. It's not so much a rope, but you can actually notice like netting that they hang off the side of the boat so that people can climb up and like strap things in. You can just kick that over so like it falls down to the side of. Yeah, that's easy enough as you.
That's what I'd like to do for my action.
Solid move. Love it. As you do, it was gonna be the ape's turn, but
We're just leaving the city to be doomed by these lizard people.
as you see, Riki, since you're in the water with this thing, you start to feel these snakes rising up around you as they're starting to wrap in and around you. Forgot to. Oh, you're fine. They don't seem to notice you as much because you're underwater. I do need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Yikes.
Very good.
$17. I figured out, by the way, anybody on D&D Beyond, if you get that really laggy dice animation, I figured out how to fix that.
Oh, how do you fix that?
You have to go to, sorry to interrupt, Eric, I just realized. So you go to collections in the top left, you go to my dice, click settings, and then shadow quality, you change it to low.
Mm.
And then you can, refresh, and then you can change it to high, and it'll work again.
Interesting.
Sorry, Eric, how do I die?
I can send you a
It's
message.
just Shadow's fault.
Oh god. What did you roll, a 17?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Eee. Guys, I think we need to just go.
But what about all the people here? All the innocent people are just going to kill.
I threw you a rope. There's guards in the city.
Pardon?
There's guards in the city.
If we can't defeat these things, then
There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, they're all here for these boats.
We just need to kill the sea witch that we don't know is actually there.
Sorry, I'm just little whispers.
This whisper brought to you by chalkboard drawings.
There you go. Okay, so Riki, you start to feel your own body swaying and shifting, kind of like that creature that you're holding on to, as you start to like choke on the water, and then all this. But as you're choking, you're like, I can start to breathe this a little bit, kind of. What? And then you seem to like, I can see in the water a little bit better. And then you start to see like, I seem to be shrinking.
Oh no.
As you are transformed into an octopus.
He is Octopus.
I am.
What is going on? Is it still murky? Like, can we not see any of this?
Not quite.
That is unfortunate.
In the rest of its turn, it's going to swim. As you see a head pop up over here.
Oh.
God.
Wearing the shoulders look like red and blue robes on their shoulders as they're trying to swim away.
This person looks badass.
America.
That's your brother.
No, I just messaged him. He would have told me if he was here. Oh, younger brothers though, man.
Sorry,
Red and blue robes, like the robes we saw Velan wearing. Red and blue robes. The robes Finn was wearing.
Yep.
Are they in the water? Get out of the water.
So Riki, you're up next.
All right.
Riki Puss.
What?
Riki Puss.
Oh my god. Not anything.
Cam, oh my god, to that. Jesus.
It's such a stretch. It's not really anything. I guess I'm trying to I don't even think I would like recognize right away that I could just shapeshift out of this. Not immediately. So I'm going to, I guess, try and swim away from any danger.
Okay, yeah.
Can I see that creepy lady?
Yeah, with your octopus vision in underwater, you can see this creature off to the side.
Am I aware that that boat is nearby?
Yeah, as an octopus, you're pretty smart, so I'm gonna say yeah, you could probably piece it together. But you're like full mental and physical stats are octopus.
My full but like I know who I am and like history and stuff.
No, you're just octopus. You
I
can
don't-
you can differentiate friend from foe.
But wait, but like I know that I was turned into an octopus, or as far as I know, I've always been an octopus.
You know what I would say, since you have the shape shifting ability, I would say you can know a little bit. You've got that inbred in you.
Okay, so for this turn, I think I'll just be confused by it and probably just move away. Like, there's been a lot of weird shit just happened in the last 2 turns. Riki's used to some weird shit, but usually, like, this is pretty out there. So, and also, like, I'm underwater. You get really disoriented when you get tossed underwater and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna like literally swim towards like the safest thing,
Okay.
which is probably just me flailing, because it's not like I know how to swim as an octopus perfectly. So
I figured you'd know exactly how it's like. Okay, so
Like 4 tentacles going one way, 4 tentacles going the other way. And it's just, like, counter.
You're just spinning in a circle, you know, like you do if you don't know how to work a kayak.
That was look at that.
You're just going around and around and around.
Next up is the creature as it swims out very quickly. And you start to see waves starting to spin. And that's going to be her turn.
wait,
What is going
Waves?
on?
It's not good.
can Axa control weather and counter this?
I already used that spell today. It would have been very useful if I had just waited.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, she is starting up a whirlpool. All right, next up is Naxa, as she is going to. Let's see, what's Naxa gonna do? She's already cast that. Sorry. You know what? She's gonna turn into an owl so she can fly.
Seems on brand.
Yeah.
And she turns into an owl. She swings over and is going to start flying up and around. Oh, still drawing. Grab you. And starts flying over to Raise. And I say that's her turn. Next up is Raise. You're up next.
Okay. There's a rope to the little rowboat, yeah?
Yes.
Octopus.
There's a rope to the little rowboat. But Shiri's not in it. I can see Shiri though. Her head's above the water.
Yes, she's hanging onto the side of the boat. You're seeing Elena, who's jumped over the boat valiantly to Shiri's aid, and you see this like reddish octopus climbing up the side of the boat, just smacked up against the side of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's the ocean. That's normal.
Reddish orange. Also, you notice the hundreds of sea snakes that are popping up in the water around everybody in the water.
Yeah, guys, stay out of the water. It's really scary. Or it looks really scary. And I'm going to kind of just like one hand on the side of my mask and kind of point out towards Shiri. And Shiri, you're gonna feel yourself suddenly buoyant and find yourself on top of the water as I cast water walk. Oh, good.
Glad someone
And-
prepared water spells.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say like, get yourself to Bess's boat. And I'm gonna move my 30 feet, which I think only gets me to like here. I can
Right.
Yeah,
Why
so
don't we
you're
just-
now on top of the water.
Just fine to just like get out of Dodge. I've never seen this before.
All
You've
right.
taken my
Can
back.
anybody reach the sea creature over there? Because I can't.
All right. All right. Raise, that's your turn. Shiri, you're up next. As you start to feel yourself pop up onto the water, which below you seems like as hard as the ground. What would you like to do?
Are the like the worms or snakes like coming out of the water?
They are, yeah, they're kind of swarming in on anything that's moving, and they're working towards you. And you get the sense that they are ready and primed to strike next.
Okay, thank you anyways for the help, Elena. I'm gonna move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get on the boat?
Yeah, you could spend your whole movement to climb up that ladder to the boat with your water walk easily enough. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the help, Raze. Thank you anyways.
You still have your action. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I will start. Can I see the snakes poking their heads out of the water?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's almost like the black water is punctuated by like greenish brown snake heads that are almost like poppy seeds on a bagel. As you can.
Is it everywhere in the water?
It's on a bagel.
Is it
Now I'm hungry.
They're everywhere.
Oh, okay. I'll just like take some that are close to like where Elena would be. I'll just kind of target there so that they don't get to her. And I will cast Firebolt on them.
Okay. As you swirl up the energy, throwing your firebolt over towards them. Give me an attack roll.
And critical fail +7, which equals 1.
Nothing comes back from
Or
it.
8. So hold on, I'm
You
gonna
hit the boat that Elena's on, and it lights on fire.
I want to reroll. I'm gonna use my lucky and reroll.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I use that.
That's your third lucky, right?
Yes, I'm all done now for lucky.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
It's been a rough fight.
23. 20.
The fire on the boat, Elena, that's next to you starts to dampen out with the water splashing over. As the fire ignites some of the sea snakes that are rising up onto the boat, burning away those aquatic lizards. You are able to knock a couple off as the area around Elena seems to be fine. As more start to crawl up onto the back of the boat, Riki, you are seemingly unaffected by the snakes, being a sea creature of yourself. I'm going to say the fire is enough to hold them off from attacking Elena this turn. But they are closing in.
Sorry, Eric, did you say they were crawling up like on Vess's boat, or did I hear that incorrectly?
No, they're crawling up on Elena's boat.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
As well as basically every boat that you can see.
Oh, so they're just swarming.
They're swarming everything in the water.
Like a locust.
Okay, so that's the layer action. Next up is the whirlpool starts to extend. And you see a burst of waves coming from it, almost a tidal wave. Everybody in the water, Elena, Riki, I'm going to need you guys to make a, I'm going to say a strength check. Give me athletics check.
Athletics, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm going to use that bardic inspiration for this one. That is a 16.
I'm going to say you're able to hold on barely as the wave swings you, almost throwing you from the boat. But you're able to just hold on, planting your foot against the side of the boat. Riki, what did you roll?
8.
You were tossed from the boat that you were trying to hold on to. I would say you move maybe over this way.
Our octopus is sticky.
Yeah, what's my octopus strength?
I think it's like 2. It's not that high.
Same as Riki's then.
Yeah. As you were tossed from the boat, I want to see if there's anything else that happens. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. No, that's good. No, that's good. Okay, you guys are good. Next up is Elena's. Elena's turn. Myron on deck. What would you like to do as this wave just kind of swung you from the from the water, which you're able to hold on? You saw this like octopus creature get tossed. Some of the snakes got tossed, but there's more starting to crawl up already. What are you doing?
Okay, so do I know that the octopus is Riki?
No, I wouldn't say so.
All right.
You gonna attack me?
In that case, I will make no effort to save it. I'm going to cast Misty Step to get onto the big boat.
Got it in one.
And then I'm going to toss a rope to. Who's this? Who's this thing? What's that?
We can't see your cursor, Miranda.
Oh, the thing way at the bottom. Just like
The elf dude.
thing. Who's that? We know who that is?
He was the beast, I think, but like we don't know that. I just hit him with a spell and he shrunk. Riki's the only one who knows that it shrunk to like a humanoid. He just popped up out of the water. That's all we know.
I'm just going to teleport over here then. And are there any snakes like trying to get off the boat?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. That is a 17.
17. You notice there's snakes trying to climb up, but the hull of this boat is sitting so high up and so straight off the water that they are not finding purchase to be able to climb up.
Okay.
There's a couple on the rope ladder that's been thrown down, but they haven't seemed to make their way up yet.
All right. I guess I kind of yell out, Riki, where'd you go? Where are you?
Right, Myron, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Is this boat at all equipped with fishing gear?
No, you don't get the sense that this was intended for fishing. This is more of a, I don't know, a lord or lady of the Cerberus Assembly's cruising vessel.
Yeah.
They might. There's no apparent fishing gear on top of the deck.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think right now because all like everybody's on the boat. I don't know where Riki went.
Yeah, you can see some fishing gear on the dock, but not on the boat itself.
Trying to prepare to make us a meal.
Kind of thinking that.
There's also that random figure in the water.
Can I see him from where I am?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh shit! Retcon! Retcon alert! Retcon alert!
Oh no.
What happened?
Worse or better?
You see this guy as his head's popping up. Snakes are starting to wrap around him as he's fighting them off. He is able to hold his head up above water, but he's struggling with snakes. That's what you see.
Oh shit. Okay.
This dude in the water. This dude.
I would have helped them.
Oh man.
Save him
Sorry.
or don't.
Oh man. He looks like Cerberus Assembly from my point.
The robes, the top of his robes, definitely have those color schemes.
All right. I'm going to look over at Vest. Vest, is that one of yours?
Not one of mine, but definitely assembly clothes. I don't know who that is.
All right. I'm going to dive into the water. Can I get to him?
Hopping off. Yeah, I would say that'd be your full movement to get to him.
I'm just going to reach out and touch him. Gaseous form.
Okay. As you both turn into a gas.
I think it's just him. Unless if I can do both of us, but
I don't know.
I think I can.
You let the spell. Let me know if you are both gassed or just him. But we'll keep going. The next up. Actually, sorry. It'll be. I kind of need to know because it's his turn next.
Yeah, I think it's just him. As long as he's willing. Or sorry, you transform a willing creature you touch along with everything it's wearing and carrying for Misty Cloud.
He's not going to be willing to be touched and a spell cast upon him. So what's the save?
Oh, he doesn't want to be caught by these guys. There is no save. It's just if he wants to or not.
Okay, then you start to try and turn him into gaseous form, but he's not willing to accept a spell cast upon him as he fights it off.
I'm trying to help you here.
What about you?
I can do it to myself afterwards.
Oh.
I can handle myself as he pulls out his wand and he's going to cast a spell on you.
Oh,
What is this guy?
Counterspell.
Yeah. As you see this wand spell, the wand pulls out of the water as he charges it. The energy comes towards you and dissipates, spreading across as he kicks off from you as he starts to swim back, giving you a chance as he's swimming out into the water.
You're in the water?
Through the snakes.
That's interesting.
You don't recognize him?
I'm assuming I don't recognize him.
No, you wouldn't know who this is. Riki, you're on deck. Are you doing anything else, Myron?
Well, it's his turn, right?
Oh, right. It is. Yeah, that'll be their turn. Okay, Octopussy, you're up.
So do I maybe figure out how to change myself back, or how do I want to do that?
Yeah, that's easy enough for you to do as you kind of find yourself if you want to. I would say that's a free action, or at least you started the process on your last turn, trying to undo this with your inbred abilities. So up to you.
Yeah, as long as it's reasonable that I would like figure it out as a machine. Okay, so then in that case, I want to swim over to Myron. How long does that take?
Swimming over to Myron. 1, 2, 3. You can get adjacent to Myron on this turn.
Without using my action, right?
Correct. That's your full movement would get you here.
Okay, I'm gonna use my cape and cast Dimension Door.
Hey.
How many times can you use it per day? Because I think you already used it today. As you dimension door it above the ape, as you fell.
That's right. I forgot I did that.
It was really cool though.
I was gonna get us both on the ship, but never mind. I forgot all about that. Yeah, it's only once per day, I'm sure.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Cool. And I Myron, I say, help me. We gotta get on this boat.
Where were you?
I got turned into an octopus. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Oh my god! I almost wanted to cook you.
Well, that ate
Was that what you were looking for fishing equipment?
Yeah.
Things are coming out of the water. Shiri's walking on it. There's that weird lady just swam away. What the fuck is going on?
Well, when you see octopuses and like seaweed, you kind of think sushi. So I was getting hungry.
That's what you thought of, and all this whole thing.
Yeah.
Is this happening while you guys are being attacked by snakes too?
Yes, they're swimming all around you.
I also like the idea that in canon, Riki screwed up. Like he was thinking he could cast Dimension Door with his cape again, and then realized he couldn't as we got to.
You like wrapped your cape around me and nothing.
Yeah, I was like, let's go.
Big bear hug.
I think that's my turn. Like, there's nothing else I can do anyway. That's my turn.
Okay, as the whirlpool starts swirling up, you see this creature rise up out of the water. Everybody.
Clap your hand.
8, 9, 10, that's 15. Everybody but Rays. Yeah, I think you're just out of range.
98.
Yeah, don't forget your inspiration if you have it. This is the creature starting the whirlpool who came up out of the water?
Yeah. I need you guys to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Is this a magical effect?
Yes, it would be.
That's not better.
Couple.
You're not doing much
I
better.
didn't do much better. I got 7.
I got a 1.
14.
How about Elena?
18.
Okay, so I gotta do for
Next.
Naxa. Oh, her wisdom's awful. And then for Vess.
Yikes.
Okay, so everybody besides Elena. So sorry. What you see is you start to see this creature rise up above the water. The light of the sun now cresting over the horizon, almost causing you to kind of see yourself in the shadow of this creature as it pours over you. You start to see almost like, I don't want to say like Elena's mirror image, but that dissolved water apparition, ghostly, spectral, start appearing next to you. Almost, you see one next to each of you. You start to see some on the water. You start to see some of the snakes transform into that apparition as you are all frightened by this creature.
Shoot.
I ain't scared.
Oh, is it a fiend?
Pardon?
Is it a fiend?
No, it is not a fiend.
Okay. Okay.
As the creature frightens you, and you are immediately trembling with fear of like, I can't get any closer to this thing. I need all of those that failed, that are frightened. So basically everybody but Elena and Raze, you're out of range. I need you to make me another wisdom saving throw.
Going well for me so far.
Sorry, Eric, is it an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead?
It's a fae.
Okay, because Naxa last game has to protect me from evil and good on me.
Mhm.
And as long as she hasn't casted another concentration spell, I believe it's still active.
No, she cast Paul, or she became, she's the owl.
Fucking Naxa.
Fucking neck.
Every time.
Oh, I forgot I have a D8 inspiration. No, that's not going to save.
You do have to roll another wisdom.
Okay, so second wisdom save. Second wisdom save. As you see this creature, the one over the whirlpool's eyes start to glow ghastly blue white light, beaming into your visage with a deathly glare. What did you guys roll?
21.
Good.
Nat 20 plus 1.
Okay.
23.
Good. Elena's
20.
fine.
10.
So let's see.
There's a lot going on right now.
Okay, so you see Myron. You see Riki pass out and go unconscious in your arms.
Oh my god.
As you are reduced to 0 hit points. Naxa, as the owl.
I didn't get enough sleep last night. His fighting has not been great.
Naxa, as the owl, gets knocked out of her owl form. But she's fine. The owl got knocked to 0 hit points.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
Wait, did she fall then? Is she in the air?
Yes, she falls like 5 feet.
She was only 5 feet off the ground. What's the point of being an owl if she's only 5 feet off the ground?
She originally flew over to Raze to like get her to hop on, but then she didn't. So she's like, okay.
Oh, I didn't realize she's like an owl that can carry people. I thought it was just like a little like bird.
No, she's giant owl.
Oh, I thought she was a barn owl. I didn't realize she was. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry. I thought she was little.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so and then you see Vess on the deck just collapse. Okay, the crew starts to panic.
Oh my god.
Crew starts to panic as it is Nax's turn. She's like,
They're not the only ones panicking.
oh no. Oh, you know what? She's gonna use her mirthful leap. Just because she has it, and
Eric wants to use it.
yeah. So she's going to run and jump across. You know what? Elena, give me a D8 roll, please.
Sure. 1.
not what we wanted.
Handle this. Oh my god.
So
Okay.
I
We're all dead.
I nat 20'd her athletics or her acrobatics as she runs and jumps it, or athletics. As she jumps it, I'll say the mirthful leap, she starts to fall back off of it, but catches herself as she leaps and just makes it on. I gotta respect the nat 20, but basically the D8 added distance to her jump. So it was like a plus to her number. So okay, she hopped onto the boat with action, and she's like, what's going on, guys? What should we do? I got knocked out of my owl. Okay, next up is, in the order, Vess, Dex Death Saving Throw.
Jesus.
All right. Raze, you're up next. What are you doing?
Yeah, okay. Well, it made it a little easier for me. So I don't know how much I saw of that with the sunset and everything, but with my 30 feet, I know I can make it here.
Think of it as you saw the shadow of the figure of Vess just drop on the boat, as you saw Naxa leaping across ET style onto the boat. And you get yourself onto the boat just as the crew is starting to pull the gangplank up, and they are getting ready to push off. What else are you doing?
Way too early in the morning for this fight. And then I assume I see like Myron struggling with Riki unconscious and all that fun stuff. So I am going to kind of wave the staff of healing over my head and bang it on the deck, and this like ripple of blue energy is going to wrap around basically everybody, I think, as I cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So if you are unconscious, you gain 28 hit points. And if you are conscious and need healing, you gain 17 hit points. Whoever needs it.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Shiri, you are up next as this wave of blue healing energy washes over you as well as the rest of your party. Well done. What are you doing, Shiri?
What is going on?
I want to cast Wall of Fire on the opposite side of Riki. So in between like Riki and the lady monster. Like the death lady, whatever she is.
So like that?
Can I draw? Am I able to draw? Can I draw?
I think so. Yeah, if you can find it.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Bye. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Okay. As this fire wall goes up.
I'm not attacking anyone with it. So does anyone need to do a dex save for it?
No, I'm gonna say you burn up a bunch of snakes as you start to see the you smell the cooking of aquatic serpentine creatures.
What does it smell like?
Aquatic serpentine creatures. I love that.
What's the smell?
It smells like when you order chicken at a sushi bar.
Well,
None of us have ever done that.
That's
So it's
Speak for yourself.
it's like chicken cooked in fish oil. Right.
that's what I did. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Definitely ordered chicken at sushi many times.
Oh, yeah.
What's it smell like?
Sounds like fried chicken.
Yes. All right. The snake's turn. They were going to attack into everybody in the water, but that one's for Myron. Okay, so Riki, as you get yourself back up, the snakes are coming towards you. You kind of push yourself, kicking like a cat in water, trying to knock these things off. But you're able to rebuff the snakes. Myron, you unfortunately are focused on a unconscious, then reconscious Riki as a snake bites you in the back of the neck for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
But I do need you to make a strength check as it's going to try and grapple you.
These stupid things.
Not my strong suit.
What is going on?
That's a 8 minus 1, 7.
You actually are fine. Their strength's fine. I just rolled garbage. So the snake's wrapped around you. Ellen, I think you're up next. No, sorry. It's the whirlpool's turn. Whirlpool is going to do another.
Oh my gosh, like whirlpool and the creature's turn? Holy smokers.
Whirlpool is going to send out another tidal wave. Everybody in the water make a strength check, and I'm gonna check for him. Okay, Riki, Myron, strength check. This actually might not be too bad.
That's 8 minus 1, 7.
You're pushed closer to the boat.
I was holding Riki still at this point, so is he pushed with me? Well, he was passed out in my arms, right?
I was dying in your arms.
I like to think Riki came with his cloak and did like a bear hug and then was like, wow.
I had to do a strength check too.
Yeah.
Somehow I nat 20'd it.
Okay, so you didn't get pushed back by this tidal wave. Okay, next up, Elena, as you see all this chaos on the deck, what are you doing? You can't see the Cerberus assembly guy because the wall of fire's in the way, and you saw water wash through the fire, but the magic fire held up by Shiri, concentrated on this wall, seems to maintain.
Does it block the water at all? That was my hope. It doesn't block the water at all.
Doesn't block the water. If anything, the wave kind of pushed them, but it dissipated and created some steam out of the water, maybe lessening any damage to your party members.
Okay.
So it did something.
I reach into my pack and I pull out my 50-foot hempen rope, and I fling it at Riki and to grab this. I'll pull you in.
Okay. You see the rope fall next to you, Riki. As I think Myron, you're up next.
Arms outstretched to Riki. She just looks at him and says, "Boots, come with me."
Ooh.
Boots.
Like,
That was like 2 episodes ago.
I didn't watch that episode.
No.
Sorry, I would say that. Are you doing anything with your bonus action there, Elena? Or are you? Is that about your turn? You're still hasted, so you technically have 2 actions.
I mean, like, there's nothing around to attack, and I don't want to cast any spells, so
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just kind of pulling. I'm just kind of like waiting to pull people up with the rope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna grab onto Riki and grab onto the rope
Okay.
and start kind of moving towards the boat.
All right. Make a strength check to see if you can pull yourself in.
15.
So you get a little closer and you can pull Riki with you if Riki's willing. Otherwise, move Riki back if you're not willing. But it is a little.
I get onto the boat with that?
On your next. Yeah, I'd say you could use your move. I'll give you onto the boat. Riki. Let's see. You know what?
What?
Chicken butt.
I haven't heard that.
How high is your wall of fire there, Shiri?
I probably actually let me read through this again. I hadn't really thought about how high it was.
20 feet high.
20 feet high, yeah.
You see a swelling crest of water and then a giant mass of flesh starting to rise up in your vision above the fire. As you see a giant blue whale as it slams down into the water, falling below.
Free Willy style?
Free Willy style.
Incredibly chaotic.
The swell of water pushes you up as you see the boat starting to shake. Now that you're unmoored from the dock, you get a little bit of seasickness as you see you kind of see this whale disappear behind the wall of fire. All right.
Like helping us or hurting us or what the fuck happened?
No, you just notice this thing apparate and
It's
disappear.
just like the Free Willy whale that's just looking for things to jump over.
Giant blue whale. Was it a blue whale? Is it a blue whale?
One might even say someone could polymorph into a giant blue whale.
Who though?
The
That
guy.
Idiot guy?
The
Is it
idiot
a
guy.
blue whale? No, it's a sperm whale. It's a sperm whale.
Nice.
There you go.
Ooh. Oh my god. I thought that was a yawn.
All right, and
With
with
Simpsons scene every time.
with that is Ricky's turn.
Whales mating and Homer walks in.
Hear that? Whales are hungry.
Yeah, whales are hungry. I mean, so I've got Elena sent the rope out and I'm holding onto it, so I guess I'm pulling myself up.
Okay, you pull yourself up. As you guys are getting out of the boat, Bess basically is calling out to her crowd. It's just like, get this boat out of here. And the sails start to catch wind, almost like one of the deck hands is magically creating a gust spell to get it off of the dock. As you guys pull out of the moor, you see this creature off in the distance swirling up. The figure falls down into the whirlpool as the boats swelling around start to dissipate as that creature seemingly protecting its home returns back to wherever its lair is underneath the docks. As you guys pull away from the docks, you are able to get clear of this creature and its effects. You see the tail of a sperm whale splash once off in the distance as you guys make it clear from the Nicodranus dockyards.
Woo!
Let's take a break there.
Still the same day, or have we had a long rest?
No, this is as you guys are pulling off a couple, maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes out from the shore, as you're starting to see the city of Nicodranus and the Menagerie Coast starting to fade off of the horizon as you're working your way away from the harbor into the water. The day is moderately nice. It's like it was building to a very warm day, but unfortunately, it seems to have the cap. It didn't hit the cap, and the pressure is
That's right, Cam.
something about cap and.
Well,
And you notice none of the storms seem to pop off as it's sunny skies, but maybe a little maybe
Too strong.
cap was too strong, and it's sunny skies and a little cooler than you'd like it, but a very, very pleasant sailing day ahead of you as you're getting to like the warm beating sun of the morning, kind of like 10ish in the morning now that the sun's gotten up into the sky. I'm going to jump back into the group with what would you guys like to do now as you are on the ship. If there's anything you'd like to do, now's the time to talk about it.
what on earth happened?
Are we also talking in the presence of what's her name?
That's
Yep.
Beth? We are talking in her presence?
She's on the deck. There's a number of crew members on the deck. If you are looking to find a private space, you could probably get underneath into one of the cabins underneath the deck, and I guess in the bowels of the ship. There'd be some rooms if you wanted to go find a private space. You've been given freedom to mosey about as you wish.
I think our minds are private space, so I don't think we need to go anywhere private. But
Well, that's a
maybe-
good point, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all just say stuff telepathically.
Do you think Beth was actually trying to help us back there, or do you think she knew that guy?
This is telepathic, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm assuming from now on telepathic until told otherwise.
Okay.
it. Didn't seem like she knew that guy. I asked her in the heat of all that. I mean, I didn't think much about the question and the answer, but she told me it wasn't one of theirs.
But he was wearing assembly robes.
Yeah, but you heard them talk about division and whatnot within the assembly. They don't really trust each other much.
I mean, I can make an offer tonight. We'll give it some time, but the matron has given me the ability to spy on someone from afar, and I did get a look at this guy, so I could see if I can even figure out where he went, or...
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
And keep in mind too, we had one of their robes as well, and we're not assembly. I'm not even talking about villains.
Yeah.
Didn't we also have a question that we wanted to ask the matron again?
Um,
Can't remember.
been writing stuff down. Hold on, let me see. Um, I asked some stuff last time. I don't have anything written down about any specific questions, but if you had some, Jesus.
I can't remember, to be honest. I thought I had one that was in mind. Do you remember what we asked last time?
Yes. So last time,
Mhm.
this is not here. You go over there. Last time, I asked, was a member of the Cerberus Assembly responsible for the consecution of the prince? The answer was yes. Are there remnants currently in the Cerberus Assembly? The answer was yes. And is the prince's soul in the beacon that Elena carries?
Right.
And the answer was cryptic.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And then before that, I asked questions a while ago, and I don't think it's super relevant now, but I know you had some, Courtney. I don't think I wrote them down.
I didn't write them down either, so that's not up to you. I should have written them down, but I thought I had one in my head, but I forgot.
Mhm. We had a lot that we wanted to ask, but I could do that too tonight.
Yeah, we could talk to, or you could talk to the matron, and we could support you in that discussion.
Yeah, maybe just waiting until tonight, because it does take quite a bit of energy to do that.
While this is all going on and heading out, would it be enough for a short rest?
You've had about an hour. I would say a lot of that time would be, unless you're going to just abandon helping repair the ship from some of the damage and getting everything sorted out. If you want to start a short rest now, you can try.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you guys kind of pull yourself away from the rest of the crew and have this conversation as you're starting to take a short rest.
I could also check in with, anybody that we wanted to check in with. The other group mentioned that they'd like to stay in contact. I don't know if you had any questions or anything like that for anyone. I mean, if we're going to be out on the ocean, as long as we're not caught in another fight, I can still do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We learned a lot in a very short period of time, so now seems a good time to call on our resources.
Is there any kind of like discussions we want to have with Vess as well to try and learn more from her, but in an inconspicuous way?
Learned a lot from her, but I don't know. Are there any other assembly members on our boat, Eric? Like any of the other ones that attended the gala, or anybody else we would recognize?
Outside of Vess, she's the only one from the gala that you'd recognize. You would notice that this whole crew reports to Vess, so it's a assembly boat.
I'm really confused. Vess is on our side, right?
Yeah.
Charmed.
Yeah, charmed, but she knew, like, she was trying to get us to come with her anyways.
I think she wants peace. Like, I think she wants these peace talks to go through. But she offered us a ride on the boat after she was charmed. So I don't know if we know, like, cause or
that's fair.
Correlation
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That was just, okay. Got it.
So to answer your question, everybody on the ship is assembly. The only one you recognize from the gala was Vess. These are all lower level staffies.
So we have a crew of wizards?
No, not all wizards.
Okay. Are there any conversations I can overhear?
Most of them are talking about what, like, how crazy was that? Mostly just barking orders. They seem to be very focused on the task at hand. you don't pick up on any rumors or discussions. Like they know better than to talk about that kind of stuff with strangers on board.
Okay. And one last question about scenery. The briefcase that I saw Vess with while everyone was doing the interviews in the chateau. Is it somewhere on her? Did I see her? Oh, I didn't see her board the ship. Never mind.
No, and with all the chaos, she doesn't have it anymore. But you saw her with it as well. I guess she's on the ship, so you wouldn't have seen.
I wouldn't have seen it. Yeah.
her
So no.
as- no.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So before you take your long rest, I need someone to give me a little bit of a roll.
What kind of a roll? What kind of a dice?
Sorry, we're taking a long rest.
No, you're not. If
Oh.
anything, we're gonna see if you're able to take a short rest.
I thought we already had taken the short rest. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, keep it out there too.
D20?
D12, please.
Oh, D12. All right.
So Myron's gonna take
On
the
the roll
D12.
last time, so you roll this time.
That's a 2.
A 2.
Oh, 1.
These make me so stupidly excited.
As you are sailing, you hear Elena. You start to feel something tremble on your person. You start to feel a vibration as
Is it a good vibration?
yes, it is. Aren't they all? And
I kind of like that. I thought that was
the crew look up and go back to their business as you start to feel one of your animal companion balls vibrating, humming with energy.
Ooh.
As you feel one pop open, as you see this little basilisk land on the deck.
How you doing?
Hi, what's all this excitement about?
What excitement?
Well, I felt the presence of more of my kind.
Oh,
Basilisks? Those were basilisks?
They're and
Well, we're on a boat.
you see Baz run over to the side of the boat. He's like, right there, don't you see it?
Yeah, they were basilisks.
they're
As
sea
you
basilisks?
look off the side of the boat, you start to see a giant yellowish serpent swimming across the top of the water.
Holy shit.
Let's roll.
That's
This is not a basilisk, rather it is a sea basilisk.
Oh.
As it is swimming towards, like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could swim. As he's like getting ready to jump in the water, let's roll initiative.
Okay.
fight.
Oh man.
So no, you do not get a short rest. So if you guys just went ahead and took your short rest,
I rolled a 1.
Remember, you've got +8 still.
Oh, I still have +8. Well, okay.
Is that just one
case,
time? Or?
No, it's for 8 hours.
Oh, that's amazing.
My total roll is 13. Then.
That's cute. That's a reminder of a year ago. And then eventually I stopped playing. I'd like to play again one
Oh
day.
god, Sean.
In the winter, I'll play again because it's a very good winter game.
Build some snowman.
okay, I'm gonna go around. Myron,
16.
16. Raise.
5. As usual.
Shiri.
13.
We
still frightened?
Riki. No, that's faded.
15, 5.
Elena.
13.
Okay. And next, all right. As you guys, as you see Beth, oh, that's exciting. I didn't know I can swim. As he's ready to jump into the water, this thing comes up, rears up, and is going to attack the boat. But Myron, you kind of get the drop on everything.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Elena, what was yours again?
13.
Right. Okay. You get the drop in on this creature as it's approaching the boat. Let's see. Is this gonna paste?
It's a massive creature.
Oh, man, yeah, that's not good.
No.
Is this gonna paste? There you go. This thing coming at you. Coming at you hot.
Cute basilisk, though. I love him.
Ah,
It's right.
I don't see it. Is it on here?
It's on WhatsApp.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh, that's huge!
that's kind of cool looking though.
And I don't have a.
Don't look at its eyes!
Oh yeah, right.
Why? It's not a Medusa.
It'll petrify you.
Basilisk, though.
That's what's right.
Didn't you watch the second Harry Potter movie?
Yeah, really.
I read the book.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
okay, that's what's coming towards us.
I
Yeah.
also read the book.
I'm proud of you. Too.
I'm gonna run over to the edge over here, get up tall behind one of the cannons,
Yeah.
and in front of me, I'm gonna hold out my wand and form a phantasmal image of whatever this thing is afraid of. I'm assuming a giant,
Brian.
yeah, something like a dragon or something that it's really afraid of, and cast fear out into the ocean where the sea basilisk is coming at us. 'Cause it's within 30 feet, right?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a wisdom save.
All right. As you see this giant. Sorry. Can you describe it a little bit better?
Let's say coming down, flying above the ship down into the basilisk above us is this large. I don't know if dragon turtles can fly. I don't think they can. Let's go with a silver dragon flying down above the ship into the basilisk.
All right.
An ancient silver dragon, yeah.
Right. It sees this creature and dives underneath the boat in fear.
Ooh.
As you see the body starting to dive, it's in the process of diving as it seems to react negatively towards this creature. Riki, you are up next before it actually completes its turn. It looks frightened by this dragon.
Do we see an ancient giant silver dragon in the sky as well? Or is it just this thing?
Well, I project a phantasmal image of the creature's
Okay.
worst fears, so that's
Do I know anything about sea basilisks, or are they just another monster to me?
Basilisks, and a sea one would seemingly do similar things.
Okay. And so I know not to look into their eyes or whatever.
Who's to say?
Look into
Okay.
my eyes.
So this thing's diving now, right? It's reacted to Myron's thing, but it's still like on its way down out of the way.
Yep.
I think I don't really have any ranged weapons. I have a short bow. I'm gonna delay a turn.
Okay. Yeah. You're holding your turn. Elena, you're up next. This thing is still at the top of the water, but you can tell that it's trying to get away from this dragon. Hasn't moved yet. What are you doing?
I don't see the dragon on. Is it?
Should be there.
I only see this big basilisk thing.
Yes, I haven't put the dragon.
Oh, okay.
Here's the dragon.
Oh,
I'm afraid by how quick you have that ready.
Yeah, no kidding.
oh boy.
The cute little
It
dragon.
is pretty cute.
Are either of these two creatures obviously hostile yet?
the basilisk, yes. The dragon seemingly flying towards the basilisk.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna bring out my defensive buffs here because I'm not quite sure who to stab. So I'm gonna cast haste.
Mhm.
And I'm also going to activate Blade Song.
Okay.
And I do get another action with the haste. It's probably not going to be an attack though. Let's see, what else can I do with this haste action? I'll hide. I'm restricted in what I can do with my haste action.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you get behind one of the the cannons on board and behind the decking and hide from this creature. Shiri, what are you doing as you you see this dragon flying up, this creature starting to tremble from it? Elena just pieced the fuck out. What are you doing?
I would like to cast a 5th level lightning bolt on the basilisk.
Okay. All right.
But we haven't
all right.
determined whose side we're on.
But the basilisk is coming towards us.
Didn't attack us though. Wow.
Maybe it's a friendly bat. I don't know.
Well, that's fair.
Creature.
That's fair.
We would never have met Bass without
Like,
it.
I don't know who's wants to kill us and who doesn't.
And if you think that's what Shiri would do, then yeah. Shiri can be flawed.
I mean, you do what you want. I'm just like,
Make your all right. Go for it.
Shiri is going to okay. No, I don't want to do that now. Now I'm confused. Shiri's just gonna smile at everyone and maybe yell out to the basilisk. Do you also speak common? I just yell out to the basilisk. That's what I'm gonna do.
No response. As you hear the splashing of waves, the flapping of sails, this silent dragon flying above you. You do anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna ready that 5th level spell.
Okay. As you do, you see the basilisk dive under the water as it disappears.
It can try to save at the end of its turn.
It's just gonna save and come up in the middle of the boat and just. That's it for us.
Okay. Raise, you're up.
Why am I looks after when the creature disappears? What to do? Okay. Why are these past 2 fights so confusing?
Yeah, I don't know. This is our hard fights actually.
I am going to, I guess. Oh, okay. I'm going to
Oh, that's much bigger.
maybe move just over to this side here so I can see the other edge because it disappeared from one side. And as I run, I'm going to take out my mask and just put it on just to have it ready. And I'm going to hold blindness, deafness.
On the creature below the boat?
Well, I can't see it, so when I see the creature, if it's hostile towards us, then I'll release the spell.
Okay. All right. Next,
You want to know why? Because my laptop's the best.
Nax's D&D Beyond is going to freeze because it does that, and
Oh, no, there we go.
you know what Nax is gonna do? Because Nax is like, oh, this is what I need to do. As she pulls out her harp, ring, dun, 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 dun. As you start to feel the boat starting to sway, and if you look over the side, you start to see thorns wrapping around the side of the boat as she casts wall of thorns protecting the underneath of the hull of the boat.
Cool.
Good call.
That's great.
That's really smart.
As
Eric, you should play Nax more often.
Myron, you're up next.
Oh, poor Lajal.
Can I look down into the water? Can I see it anywhere?
You see it.
Or anything else? Anything harmful?
You see. I want to say below the boat, you can see a dark shadow of this creature swimming below below the boat, and you see that it's kind of regrouping underneath the boat as it's like coiling back up as it's starting to disappear underneath the hull.
Right. Everybody brace yourselves as I kind of just like, I don't know, move back and grab hold of something just in case we get hit.
Grab onto the cannon next to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the. I guess I'm gonna take the dodge action just in case.
Okay, yeah,
That's gonna be my turn.
okay.
Just holding on to this phantasmal image.
Riki, we're back around to your turn. You haven't taken an action yet, but it's your turn again, so you want to do anything.
Yeah, so I'm still on that thing. Are there any like there's cannons in the picture? Are there cannons or anything on the boat?
Yeah, those are all legit cannons on this boat.
Okay, are there any harpoon guns?
No.
Okay. What are these sailors doing at this point in time?
They are bracing themselves. They are getting some of the cannons ready. Vess has kind of moved into a position to basically control the crowd. A few are actually heading below deck in case things happen, that they're ready to protect the ship itself and plug any holes that might happen if this creature attacks it from below. But they are not. They're more in a defensive stance to help keep the ship afloat rather than they kind of see you guys taking the lead aggressively, and they've responded likewise.
And this thing is still below water now?
Yeah, you can see it kind of just below the shadow of it as it's gone below because it was frightened by that dragon still floating, flying above.
But it still hasn't attacked yet.
No, because it
I'm
had
just preparing.
it had to move away because it was frightened.
I'm still gonna wait then. I don't really want to be the first one to make an aggressive move on this thing.
Elena hiding behind one of the cannons. What are you doing?
All right, so
just to be clear, can I get up like maybe, like I'll try and get like a vantage point, like the best vantage point
Right.
on this thing.
okay, so has this dragon done anything hostile yet?
No.
It's a phantasmal image. You would.
Okay.
No, the
This-
dragon's not gonna do anything hostile. It's the
Wait,
basilisk.
so that was Phantasmal Image?
No, it is a
Oh,
phantasmal.
okay, yeah.
Oh.
Or Phantasmal Force. There's a
It's fear the spell, but I created a phantasmal.
gotcha. Cool. Love it.
Okay, so this isn't a real dragon then, or
This is Myron's illusion that scared the basilisk into swimming down.
oh, all right. So we're not fighting this dragon.
Yeah.
No.
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 I love it how Elena, both in and out of character, thought you guys were fighting a dragon.
I don't even know if you can see it because I'm projecting it.
That's one hell of a spell.
Yeah, no kidding. You made the other wizard believe that it was there.
Okay. Well, there's nothing for me to do, so I'll just ready in action, I guess.
Okay. All right. Shiri,
I'll delay my turn until Basilisk shows up. I
you
guess.
see this sea basilisk swimming underneath. You've been holding your lightning spell, but it's back to your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep it ready. I want to wait to see what the basilisk is gonna do.
Okay. As it does, it slides up and tries to slam into the bottom of the ship. Unfortunately, it is going to slam right into Nax's wall of thorns. As it does, it's going to attack the ship. But it is going to take 7d6 points of damage as it tries to do that, breaking through the wall of thorns.
Can I let it go now?
If you want to, you can see it kind of hitting up against the side of the ship.
Yeah. Now this is when Shiri would be like, I'm not waiting anymore, and I say, Baz, close your eyes, and I let it go.
All right, so roll me the damage, and then I'll roll the dex save.
So it's Dex 15. 39.
39 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Dex save. Oh, this thing's gotta be What's your save?
15.
Okay. 39 plus 10, 49, 59.
Hello, Shell.
How you doing?
Is it half or full?
As you see this creature it's almost like comedically, you can see its skeleton flash back and forth as it gets hit by the electricity, the wall of thorns seemingly dealing damage. The ship is going to take some damage. As you hear crew, oh no, it got through, it's got its bite. The boards are turning to stone. We need to reverse the magic.
Okay. Blindness goes off. If I can see this thing. If it's under the ship and I
yes.
can't see it.
As you see the lightning cut through, you can see where it's hit. You can cast your blindness spell.
It's a con save.
All right. As you do, yeah, you hit this thing as the creature seems to the eyes seem to darken, cloudy.
Oh, it worked?
Mhm.
Great. What does that mean?
It's blind.
It's blinded.
I can't see. All right. Next up,
Like disadvantage on all attacks or something too?
And we have advantage.
and then back into the order is Ray's turn. So what are you doing on your turn?
Oh, okay.
As you hear Baz go, oh no, what? Oh
Ah,
no.
Put that back in your pocket.
What are you doing, Raze?
the crew is shouting out. Do I go down or do I stay? Oh man.
Oh, you have her drawn.
Oh, sorry. I need to.
That's so cute.
I need to reappear this thing as it's coming in over the side of the dock. Boat.
Creature, object, or magical effect within range. If I come to, oh Jesus. If I come to, is this porthole like looking down into like the bottom of the ship where the crew's yelling that things are
Yes.
turning to stone down there?
Yes.
Oh man. Can I see the stone? Can I see this effect?
Not from where you are.
If I go down, can I see it?
You go down below deck and you start to see one wall, kind of where the same side as where the basilisk is coming up from, and that's kind of like the rest of your. Well, you see the wall, the board starting to turn into a petrified stone work, like petrified wood along the side of this.
And I assume the ship is like starting to sink because it's super heavy.
No, not yet. You're just starting to see some of the wood frame.
Can I matron, please? I hope this works. And I'm gonna try and target the magical effect and dispel it at third.
Third level. All right.
That's my last third level spell.
Go for it.
Have to roll?
Yes.
Okay, remember, there's a jail, everybody. You've rolled really low, so I'm not picking you. Oh, it was almost good, but it's not. 11.
As you start, you feel your magic holding back some of this petrification, but you're overwhelmed by this wood starting to. It's like it's already started, and if you feel like if you got to it sooner, it might have worked. As you do, Naxa, you're up next. Giving you quick context of where you are.
A lot happened.
There is a giant dragon flying above the ship. Ignore that unless you're Elena. It is not. It is not a real dragon, but Elena thinks it is.
Oh, I was asking.
As this giant sea basilisk is attacking the side of the ship, the last thing you did was protect the hull with your wall of thorns, but now it is coming up towards the side of the ship in front of your face. What would you guys like to do? It's just been attacked by Shiri's lightning bolt as it has taken significant shocks. It looks furious. It looks injured. It is right
Does
in
it
front
look
of
dumb?
you. It does.
I go, look, I know we put up walls before, but I think we can just chat this out. And I try to charm monster.
And she's back.
There it is.
What's the save?
17.
And what's its wisdom, I believe?
Advantage.
Oh,
If you or your companions are fighting.
okay. So the first roll was better. So the first roll was a 17, but it's a -1.
Oh,
So you see this creature.
doesn't it still save? No. Awesome.
Depends where DC is.
The die rolled matched hers, but she had a -1 to win.
Oh,
so it
nice.
failed. So it failed.
Nice.
Bad's looking up. See, it's not that scary.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Don't let him jump over.
Baz, can you talk to him?
It doesn't seem to talk back. Hello? Big monster?
So charming doesn't work if like it can't understand me, right?
It is charmed by you, and
So what I say won't change. Like I can't give it instructions.
No,
'cause
it,
it
like-
wouldn't understand said instructions.
correct, you can't tell it what to do.
In
You
this
can't tell it what to do. It's just
I just do like a little like dance, and I say this is the like that. It's like it's waving to me. I was like, I want to tell you the story of the HS Pinafore, which is what we're on. It might take an hour, but I want you to watch. And so I start my rendition of this musical, and he's just absolutely charmed by this. And
They have the HMS Pinafore in Dungeons and Dragons Land.
Yeah.
I've seen the Simpsons episode. But if this is taking an hour,
Yeah, should we just try and let it go?
I was-
Like,
I was thinking we'd take a short rest.
Well, we have an hour, and it's also completely charmed by me and watching me rather than fighting, right?
How long do you have it charmed for again?
yeah.
An hour.
So, like, we should try and like leave, right? We're on the ocean.
We could. It could also just come back.
Why don't you just tell it to stay?
It won't understand me, right?
Can you shoe it with like your hands? Maybe it'll
What do you mean come back? It's it's not like we're in a single location. We're moving.
We could put distance, yeah.
We
Go
could.
away.
We can make this little problem go away.
And we'll go.
Well, it's the charm's gonna wear off, and then it's gonna be aggressive again, right?
Exactly. That's my only concern.
Yeah. So like we.
But we'll have an hour to get away.
Yeah, we have an hour to get away.
Okay.
Unless
They
you really
go-
wanted to watch your musical, in which case then we'll just like prepare to fight. But
Oh, I just thought you guys would want to fight because I don't want to like interrupt your whole thing. I just
Oh,
want
we don't want to fight this thing if we don't have to.
Okay.
yeah.
So I start singing, and I say, "Rrr. Yes, never, no, never." I'm like, let's go.
Start the car.
as you start to sing it seems to take the hint and drops off the
What do you
side.
mean what hit? My singing is fantastic.
And
It just leaves when you start to sing.
Are there any pools
I
in the
get that
boat?
effect a lot.
you get a sense that this basilisk isn't a fan of the arts.
Well,
Are we gaining water anywhere? Like, is it bad?
No, you seem to get the sense that if it had continued to attack,
we be boned.
there'd be more issues. But it's a couple of planks have turned to stone, but it didn't get a full.
Let it be known that I can't remember like basic names of items or object, but I can remember the HS Pinafore from that Simpsons episode.
Mhm.
Anyway, brains are weird. Go on.
What you do notice, though, as you kind of go in to inspect the petrified wood, that there's like bite holes. So, and you can almost see like the solidification started
Go
from those
away.
bite holes. And if you give me a nature check, I can tell you more.
Ooh,
I will guide you because I'm down there with you because I tried to fix it.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it,
Yeah,
sure.
is that +4?
1d4.
Oh, that's pretty good. That is a
Oh, Grumpy Man has entered World of Warcraft.
27.
27. You get a sense that the Sea Bassilisk petrification comes from a secretion, not from its vision.
Good to know. Don't let that thing bite you guys. Bad news.
Little thing. All right, with that, as you push off, keeping your vigil for the next couple minutes, as you push away, you see the creatures swim off. What would you guys like to do?
Wave at it in the sunset.
Can we finish our short rest?
I mean, it seems like you can try.
If you want,
try.
if you want to take a short rest, you'd be well in your ability to do so for the rest of the morning.
Short rest.
Finally.
It's still the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Gain my 1 hit point back.
There you go.
I went from 28 to 80, so that was good for me.
Good news is I also get my 5th level spell slot back.
Oh, that's nice.
You can just get the
does
one.
everyone get a spell slot back when you do a short rest? I'm confused. with that.
That's a wizard thing.
Got it.
A little arcane recovery.
Yeah.
Wizard, Harry.
Okay. So, you guys take a second to recover from the close call you had, as the sun starts to beat heavily upon the sky. Again, it's
Wait.
not as warm as you thought it would be, but it's still a nice day regardless.
Thank you. Oh no, I was concentrating and then that went away, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The
You can
cap,
try again tomorrow.
the cap was too strong, and
Again, forget most of what's happening to the plot, but remember that I had a mild day.
all right. So you find yourself on the ship. What would you guys like to do next?
We're investigating in the ship, right? Like this is the whole thing that we're. Who else is here? What's this person? What's she doing? What's her deal?
That's Vess.
Oh, that was a lot, Sean.
Naxa has entered the chat.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get caught.
Maybe we should talk to Vess about what to expect. You know, I'm sure they've talked it over, what they're going to do out on the sea. Like, we're going to a peace treaty, right? Are we landing in somewhere? Or we don't even know where we're going.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, somebody should talk to her. Somebody charismatic. Somebody who might be a friend of Bessie's.
Somebody who is probably playing with the pointer right now.
No, I'm moving.
Okay.
As Naxa walks up to Vess on the ship.
Yeah, I moved my guy. I moved the token. I don't really know what I'm asking. What did we want to ask?
I mean, I'll come with you
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want. Or someone else like Sherry can go. Elena can go.
Yeah, I
Ricky,
will
I'm not
accompany,
sure where
but
Ricky is.
I feel a little bit behind, so I would.
Yeah. Oh no, Ricky's bugging in right here.
Oh,
Yeah. Welcome back. Do all the role playing.
Yeah, a little bit. Oops.
oh no.
What did
Ah! Who did that?
What in tarnation?
Just too much power.
Oh,
Eric, it's not in front.
can't take her anywhere.
Maybe you should go with her.
I'll go with her.
didn't realize
That was my favorite moment. Oh my god.
that was gonna happen.
You see, as you walk up the deck, you pass a rotund wizardly fellow sitting on the deck as he's casting his gust spell.
Oh no!
His gust spell towards the sails, keeping the ship in motion. Next to him is a
Balding, if not bald man.
a middle-aged human assembly agent making
Looking irate.
making adjustments to the
That's a default emotion.
They
to the compass the compass for preparing for night travel as needed. Inserting this middle-aged human artificer putting together tools of the trade for the sail.
Oh god.
That went off the rails so fast.
Yep.
I want to fix it.
There we go.
You guys can break it, but you can't fix it.
Yeah. That's what we do to all your campaigns.
That's D&D for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
All right. That was well done. I don't know how you stopped the slain basilisk, but I think appreciation is in order. That's twice today.
That's a cool trick. That's neat. Yeah, I mean, the basilisk was all Nexa.
I just opened the jar up. You guys loosened it, as they say.
That's
Do they?
fascinating.
No.
You released the basilisk? I don't understand.
It's an old saying. It means you did all the work. I just swept it in the last minute and did it. It's a bard thing.
Must be a
It's a bard thing.
Jorhasian saying, I'd suppose. But anyways, the appreciation is in order.
Oh, it's a Udaak expression.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I am from Utica. North Utica, which part?
Well played, Brandon.
Vess, I think we're all just sorry, Lady Vess, I think we're all just wondering what exactly we're doing here. I mean, a lot of things happen very quickly and we don't even know where we're going or what we're supposed to be doing.
I was hoping to clear off from the shore to get away from whatever that was at the docks. We were hoping to reconnect up with the rally point before we take the journey around the point to meet and parlay with I guess the Bright Queen and her sailing party. So hopefully by the end of today we shall meet up with the rest of the armada.
Oh.
Interesting. How long exactly is it going to take us to get there? I guess to the parlay point.
The parlay point is a couple weeks travel around the point.
Thanks.
Oof.
Oh. And I mean, what are we doing here again? What is our purpose? I know you had some concerns, but what?
Yeah, we're investigating them,
us?
right? Aren't we trying to investigate to
Well,
see?
as you agreed, you're going to help me out a bit stronger than this crew here. If anything goes wrong, we were to stop any incursions that would prohibit peace from proceeding from these talks. I'm hoping that you can help me undo any mischief that is to be done by others in the armada.
So we're a protection crew.
Yeah, we just-
Ideally,
We're just bodyguards.
I would hope that you guys
Ricky yelled
can
from the
act
back.
quickly and disarm, much like you did with this basilisk, disarm any potential undoings of the peace talk.
But I messaged everyone, but we're also sort of playing double agents.
Well, not double agents, but we are getting. You're talking about how we're getting information possibly for the gentleman. The gentleman's not necessarily. I'm not saying you were implying this, but just to make sure we're on the same page. The gentleman's not necessarily against this. Like, we're not double agents in the sense that they're like two opposite sides.
No, it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, okay.
But the gentleman asked us to do that because of our house.
The gentleman told us.
Told us.
Yeah,
Right.
he told us. And then June is also here. There's a lot going on.
Is June with us?
There's a lot going on.
I don't think June's with us.
June's the princess.
June is the person who
Right.
thought there was something fishy up with the prince's death and asked us to investigate. Shiri knows June.
Yeah, I know June.
Yeah, okay.
Right, there's two different investigations we're doing, plus the protection.
That's why I'm getting confused. And necromancer guy is a filth that
He should be on the ship somewhere. He was taken with Vest.
yes.
Yes.
Theseus.
No,
Udaak.
Theseus.
No, the Theolocrat.
There we go.
Theseus.
Yes.
But I called him like
You're now playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's
Yeah, we used to call him Theo.
Theo,
Yeah.
that's what we called him. Thank you. I knew there was like a short.
Yeah.
He loved to be called Theo, if I recall. He
Yes, absolutely loved it.
Or Theo.
As you hear him call from down below deck.
So he is here.
I
too.
don't know why you brought them with us.
Listen, you're just happy you're alive, Theo, because.
Don't.
Okay, good to know. I just needed to get caught up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're your bodyguards, Vess.
Essentially, if you care to be so reductive.
We do. We always are. What's the theme song for the Bodyguard?
And
I will always love you.
Yeah.
By Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Will always.
Is that a movie?
Love noodles.
Jennifer Hudson.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Bay. That's the one.
Is that Bodyguard a movie?
Yeah.
It's a movie starring Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner.
The theme song as a cover song that Whitney
It was a big movie at the time.
it was a big
I-
deal.
You guys are a little young, but
No.
when that movie came out, it was a big deal.
All right. Let's get back to the thing.
The Simpsons parodied it where Homer saved Mark Hamill from the Star Wars convention. They
You were a little young. I was the one that brought it up.
I totally know what you're all talking about.
Don't worry, you're not missing much. Kevin Costner is a terrible actor.
Great.
All right, as we return to this
Yes.
this fantasy world of water and
Yes.
ships, this water world, if we will.
Comes back to Kevin Costner.
What would you guys like to do?
That's in Waterworld.
I feel like I had other questions, but they're gone now, so I guess I'm just gonna walk away from that.
What time of the day is it now, Eric?
High noon.
Time for tea.
When's low noon?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just wondering, Beth. Does this like boat? You know, I know we like work a lot on this boat, but is there play on this boat? Is there partying on this boat? I just
Hard hitting questions.
We work hard, we play hard.
You are riding upon
dedicated to the steel workers.
You are riding upon a war galleon of the military branch of the Cerberus Assembly.
No, I'm being serious because the military
And
parties.
And you are expecting
I'm not trolling. This is not a troll question.
Military parties?
we don't
In between times when they're off. I haven't had a good party in a while.
okay.
I'm not trying to derail. It could
No,
just be a
that's
thing
fine.
we do later. I just want to know.
Maybe we can stop off at an island and you can do your partying, but I
Oh, I
prefer
just
to
mean
keep
below deck and
I prefer to keep the ship on business, if you will.
Yes, we understand and can appreciate that.
The crew can get a bit rowdy, and I like to keep that under control.
okay.
is
This is this is her inner nature, so I just wanted to ask.
the day today? I mean, is there anything we can help with while we're here?
Yes, if you'd like
Like
to.
throwing parties?
That could be an option, but I mean,
If
you
you
know, anything else.
if you don't
I'll enjoy
mind,
that.
do you have any particular skills upon seafaring vehicles?
I used to watch them in the ocean as a kid, but that's about it. I can't say for the rest of my crew, though.
Myron just puts on her chef's hat.
Well, if you're able to help out in the galley, that would be appreciated. You could you could help out the quartermasters. You could help out the gunners if there's any particular role. You could you could be a gunner, if you will, if you want to be a quartermaster, if you wanted to be a bosun or a what's the other role on the ship.
Captain.
No, that That is taken. I am
Also, we haven't had any experience, but can we take that captain? Is that open?
navigator, cannoneer, quartermaster, bosun, or just a crew hand. Feel free if any of those roles, or you could help out in the galley.
So I want to make a canon that they give Naxa the fake steering wheel to steer.
They just they hand you a piece of wood.
I'd like the record to be known that Shiri is very interested in working on security detail.
Right, well, if you're interested in being a cannoneer, you can take on.
Or like whoever is like working on the ship to keep it protected as we travel. That's what Shiri's interested in.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we want to talk to these people, right? That's our end goal. A message.
Yeah, get in any way
yeah.
you can, I suppose.
So, what's the best way to message these people inconspicuously in terms of people on the ship?
You just have a normal conversation with them.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but we don't want to like be off somewhere. Is what I'm saying. We want to be amongst the crew, I guess.
Sorry, Lee, I don't quite understand. I mean, everybody on this ship is Cerberus Assembly, so like we could really talk to anyone.
Yeah, we just
They
don't.
may know stuff, but you just have to do it in a way that is not going to raise suspicion. With them.
Yeah. I just don't want to like. We don't want to be stuck in the kitchen anywhere. You know what I mean? Like
That's exactly what I
I mean, chef talk.
that's
Also,
Yeah.
the Holocrat is here too, so if anybody had any more questions for him and like why it failed and stuff like that, like he's here as well. So there's
That's
always
true.
that
we
too.
could stick you in a kitchen and then the rest can kind of float. That's true.
I mean, nobody's sticking anyone anywhere.
Well, she's asking us what we can do, so I'm just saying let's be strategic about where we go. That's all.
We don't like we can walk. You're like
We're free to go
Why
wherever.
would you free to go rock in the? Once you're in the kitchen, that's it. You sleep there, you die there. Like
Yeah.
you walk around and do stuff.
I don't know. I'm just trying to be
No, I
strategic.
understand what you mean. I understand what you mean, but like we're all free to go, and like
Yeah.
we're not gonna be working all the time. I'm assuming.
Like we're
but-
hired to protect the ship, but
Yeah.
like while there's
That's
nothing
fair.
going
We're
on,
like
I'm mosey
we're
about
free to
do
go.
whatever.
Exactly.
But like if I'm in the kitchen and we get attacked, I'm dropping my fucking knives and I'm going
Well,
outside.
obviously,
You're
yeah.
bringing your knives with you and go.
I'm picking up my knives, going up top.
That's just
All right. So, all right, you are left to do what you wish. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go mosey up with the chefs. That's what I'm doing. Go ahead.
no. Go do your thing first.
No, I'm not. Like I'm just going down there.
You walk down. There is just one other chef on board, a tall, lanky human human man. The cloaks are they're not wearing the cloaks, but it's like a red and blue kind of tight cropped shirt with an apron over, and in the process of cutting carrots and celery and vegetables. Come to help, are ya?
Hello, chef. Yes.
Oh,
What can I do for you?
you want to get cutting? Feel free to join me. Throws over a knife.
I
Her tell
catch
you.
it?
You catch it.
Dex save.
Jesus.
He throws it by the void at you.
Oh, that is good. That's a 21.
That's because you're good in the kitchen.
How do you catch it?
In between the fingers, I just kind of spin it into my hand and start cutting.
A thrown knife. You just. Okay.
Well, I guess the rumors were true. You're definitely more talented than I give you credit for.
Why did he not give them credit? Did he
As,
judge a book by a cover?
as you guys were working away, cutting through, he's like, "All right, I want you to cook up this piece of fish here," and throws it on. Let's see what you do.
I'm gonna use my control flames with a little bit of oil in the pan first. I just want to get it to a nice searing temperature. Put it in skin side down first, just to get a nice crust.
That
I'm gonna
crispy skin.
flip it over and finish it on the flesh.
We watch a lot of
Yeah.
cooking shows.
Give me a nature check to see how well you are able to control the temperature for this fish.
Today I made for you.
It's a 16.
All right, as you fry up this fish, he comes over with a little bit of a fork and pulls it in, takes a bite. Excellencia, didn't add enough spice. Too much butter.
Never too much butter.
Passable.
Use a little bit of salt and pepper.
Passable. The crew will enjoy it, but you could do right the fuck better. Get back to cutting.
I'll do better next time. Yes, chef.
I'm sorry. Is Gordon Ramsay part of the crew here?
That escalated so quickly.
What race is this gentleman?
Oh my god.
You use a tall, lanky, blondish hair, kind of spiked up, a human
Okay.
with the shirt, cropped shirt, apron, as is cutting in. Yeah.
Crop shirt really sanitary in the kitchen.
Well, it's not. It's like a tight fitting. It's not like cropped. It's not
Like crop top.
Yeah, it's not a crop top.
When he says cropped, he doesn't mean cropped.
I am picturing
I
this
thought I
guy.
envisioned the crop top.
Yeah, I envisioned a crop
This is
top
who I
too.
picture when you talk.
Because of the word cropped. Yeah, that makes sense.
What a fucking disgrace this fish is.
Dexter Jetster, everyone's favorite Star Wars character.
How long have you guys been traveling around with the crew?
Well, this journey, we've we brought the ship down for the peace talks. I've been on board for 10 years now.
You must have some good stories then. Anything crazy?
All the best stories.
Yeah.
It's cutting through.
What have you seen out here? Like, what are we in for?
If we're down on the south coast, there's big creatures stirring about.
Well, we saw that kraken. Did you see that?
Oh, that's nothing. You haven't seen anything yet.
Like what?
Make a persuasion check.
Kraken?
Guys was on a dwarf.
Well, I'm not wearing that anymore.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
No. Persuasion 17.
Is it with disadvantage because he called it a kraken?
As you,
Shut up. You weren't even.
I've been on the sea for 10 years. This ship's not the first one that I've been aboard. So cutting, starts searing, making kind of some meals for the crew. Probably the biggest thing we've seen doesn't come from the sea. It comes from above. We've been attacked by rocks off the coast of Jorhas, off the Blight coast. Those were some very trying times. Whole pack of rocks.
ROC.
Big birds.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Giant deadly birds. Lost a lot of crew. Got one of them, was able to cook up a nice rock steak. Probably the best meal I've ever cooked.
Sounds like it. What'd you use to season that steak?
If you're seasoning rock, you gotta realize that the meat itself is pretty
It's gamey, right?
you'd think so, but it actually takes on more flavor than most types of meat. The flesh is quite absorbent, so whatever spice you put in, you should definitely
are you cooking with flesh on?
lessen up on the amount of spices, because it'll make it punch that much more. And over seasoning is very easy with rock flesh.
Good to know. Good to know. What kind of blade did you use to skin it? You gotta get those feathers off, right?
Takes time. We actually brined it, let it soak before we pulled off and feathered it specifically. Didn't need a knife for that.
Okay.
Wanted to keep the skin intact so we could sear it properly.
Would you serve it with any seafood? Maybe like a lobster?
A little sky and turf, or sky and surf.
Well, I'm thinking a rock lobster. That sounds like a great dish.
Oh my god.
Is
What a fucking disgrace you are! Get out of my fucking kitchen.
This whole
That's
thing.
a little chef's humor. You don't like that?
I thought this was like a really good interrogation technique,
No.
and then I realized
Fuck
it was just
no.
adding
Where's
to
the
a pun.
note?
This is amazing.
You gotta be
This is
friendly
amazing.
first. You can't just go in and ask questions.
As you
Good chef back.
as you berate the chef Dexter Ramsay below deck, what are the rest of you doing? I'm gonna. What's the next, what's the next scene?
Cut that off.
I'm done.
Never mind.
What's,
That was amazing.
what are the rest of you guys doing?
Oh god.
Shiri at the moment is just kind of gonna like take stock of what cannons are loaded, what's kind of where supplies are, that type of thing, and then also realize that she's never ever fired or loaded a cannon, and just like starts looking at how it actually works. And then starts looking for someone on the ship that knows what they're doing about the cannons. Do I see anyone?
Yeah, almost like you're peeking at one of the cannons, kind of sizing it up. You hear a voice. Well, it's not going to just sit there. You might as well learn. As you see a very well built human woman in the Cerberus garb, the robes. You notice there's some heavy armor underneath these robes. It doesn't take much to set these off. Just a quick light of the wick. But if you want, I can give you a show and tell and get you set up on how to fire these.
Yeah, that would be great.
She basically sets up. To load it, you actually have to pull the cannon back off the edge of the deck so you can load the cannonball into the barrel, and then wheel it forward. So if you are preparing to shoot them, they're generally already set. After they fire, we'll have to pull them back. They'll cool off. You need to give it at least a turn before you can load it up, or else it'll explode right in the barrel. Then wheel it forward, light the wick. We have lighting torches here, or any fire usually can do, and then the wick will fire it off. If you want to get very proficient with it, give me an intelligence check, please. Trying to think what would be a good check here. Yeah, let's just do intelligence. I think that'll cover it.
Can I also roll for this? Because I was also going to learn mechanics.
Okay.
The weapons.
Well, it's not up to me, but
unless you want this to be for you.
No, not at all.
Eric, can I roll for this too? Pretend I'm there.
Sure. Yeah, you're both.
Intelligence? Does it have to be that one?
That's the one I picked.
I rolled a 10. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6. Give me a second.
Oh, I pick up on it quicker than Shiri does.
I'm going to
Or the cannon explodes in both of your faces.
no, I'll leave it.
Okay.
6 is my learned.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is you're able to learn it, but you don't pick it up on it super quick, so it'll take you most of the rest of the day to learn, rather than getting it the first time and being able to do other stuff. I'm gonna say that's gonna take the rest of the day for you to learn how. But they teach you the technique of like overstuffing the cannons and how to properly load it to get a fire off, or you can overstuff it to get more of a blast out of the cannon, either increasing its range or increasing its damage. And then what that might do to the cannon. You risk damaging the cannon, but you can also, if you want to, amplify the shots. So Shiri and Riki have that ability now. You guys both know how to increase range or increase damage, not both at the same time, at a risk for destroying the cannon, but you are now both trained as cannoneers on this ship.
Cannoneers.
Woo!
Better than making stupid jokes, huh?
the hesitation with the high five, though. The fuck did you just say?
Do I
Because
support?
I was processing that.
Right.
What? Why are you-
Elena, what are you doing on the ship while you're waiting?
I want to comfort Baz. Because he just went through, well, you saw like a sea basilisk and we made him go away, and he's probably upset.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to the big Baz?
That's not exactly the same kind as you.
No?
That was a sea basilisk, and you're a land basilisk, and they're different.
Why are we different?
Well, one lives on land and the other lives in the sea.
To me, we're all basilisks. It doesn't matter if you're in the sea or the land.
Would I know more about like the differences between
Give me,
land
give me a nature check.
Okay. Nature. That's a dirty 20.
Uh, one lives on land, one lives on the sea.
That's what a 20 gets you?
You gather that they're fairly similar species. However, one has evolved to be completely aquatic. The other one is terrestrial. Where the differences are purely evolutionary, and it's kind of like they split and went different directions in terms of their evolution, but they have the same core basilisk biology. Although what you've gathered is the sea basilisk, not having the ability to use its vision as clearly in the water, has evolved to using more of a bite and secretion rather than the vision that the land basilisks have. That would be the biggest physiological difference.
Okay.
But largely the rest of them pretty much the same from what you understand.
Okay. Well, I tell Bass that well, they live in the sea, and you don't have like gills, or you're not able to breathe in the water, so you're not going to be able to go live with them.
No, well, I guess
Well,
that's
we're gonna find land basilisk for you, and then we're gonna find you a new home.
Okay, well.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Okay, well, I have a hard time understanding why you guys don't like sea basilisks.
Well, I mean, that one was being kind of mean.
Okay, so it's not that it's a sea basilisk, it's just the individual basilisk was mean.
Yes, well, we're not basilisk racists.
We're not racist. Racist?
Okay.
Yeah, racist.
Are all
No,
basilisks
we're
mean?
no. No, we're not.
Well, are you mean? You're not mean, are you?
No, I'm not mean.
Then not all basilisks are mean now, are they?
I guess that's true. Okay. Well, anyways, this is really cool. I've never been on the water before.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Sun's pretty bright, though.
Okay. You want to go back to your little Pokeball?
Okay.
All right. Have
It
fun.
it nuzzles up against you before it enters back into its ball.
And just pat him on the head.
All right, Raze, what do you?
So cute. He's so cute. Oh,
Raze and Naxa, what are you guys doing?
you have something? Go ahead, Lee.
Oh, I do. Naxa was ready to sort of talk to people and get to know them, because that's what she's used to doing in new situations. But here's the thing. She has traveled. She's a traveler. This has been all by foot. This is her first time really on the sea. And she's incredibly seasick.
Aw, that's really sweet, actually.
And spends a lot of the day dealing with severe motion sickness because of how, like I said, she's well traveled, but only by foot, and she's used to going from place to place, but not this way, and it kind of catches her off guard, and unfortunately,
I like that quite a bit.
she's pretty incapacitated and not sure how to even deal with it, because she's never felt this way before, other than maybe a couple of hard nights partying.
All right, as you're
Fire festival.
The absent fire festival. Dashcon.
as you're keeling over, you were consoled by some of the crewmate that are like, yeah, here's a bucket, or just go over the side, and some pats on the shoulder as the crew kind of muddles around their business. Unless anybody else wants to say anything to Naxa.
I mean, you don't have to.
I feel like if she's turning a little too green out of the corner of my eye, I'll just like come over and just like lesser restoration.
As you get the bonding spell applied to you, you are your nausea is subsided temporarily, but you're still kind of like, ugh. So yeah, it's the dry heaving stops a bit, but you're still kind of woozy from it.
I don't have my sea legs.
If it gets really bad, I mean, I'll try and keep a lookout, but I can do that a couple more times today.
Thanks.
Make you feel a bit better. Not easy, I know. It gets better though.
All right. Ray, is there anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I feel like I would have just been kind of by Nax's side for a little bit as I saw her being seasick. And then I would have just started thinking back to like watching all of the fishing boats leave the village and stuff like that. And always wondering how they made it home every night. And I would have tried to kind of wander around until I may have seen somebody with maps. I'd like to talk to the navigator.
Okay. Okay, so as you work your way through, I'll say yeah, you do find the navigator. It's easy enough to find as you see an older kind of another human, older tanned skin woman, cracks kind of showing the age, maybe in her 60s, 70s, gray white hair, wearing robes, no armor underneath, under the deck with all them basically in the map room, plotting out different charts, keeping an eye and getting reports from the crew above. She doesn't go above to follow. She just realized the message from the other crew as she kind of looks up from the map. What is it?
Oh, sorry to disturb you. I'm just curious, I guess.
Well, you wouldn't be sorry to disturb me because you wouldn't have done it.
Oh,
Whoa, this is the salty sea.
got some food.
Not even out of the ocean yet.
She's married to the chef.
She's very sunshine. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Maybe it's a bit more than curiosity then. Is what you do extremely difficult?
Out with it. What do you want? My time is precious.
Wow.
Just hoping you can tell me a bit more about where we're going.
We're going off the point. We're heading past Rumble Cusp towards the Isles of. I had it up 2 seconds ago. The Inkclaw Reef.
The
Inkclaw Reef.
ink, like INK claw.
Yes, like an octopus ink. Inkclaw Reef.
Sorry.
I am an octopus.
You're a jig.
You hear that come from above the decks.
He's like, what just happened to me? What did I just...
Great. Well, how do you get back to it then?
Thank you.
Unless, of course, you needed any help. But
What kind of help? What kind of help are you thinking? I've got way too much paperwork to work through to get this ship right as rain. Corrections need to be made.
sure, that's something you need. I mean, make myself feel useful
Yes.
as opposed to just defending against Sea Basilisks. I guess I could have something else to do with the ship.
Oh,
Well,
here we go. Fight.
well, come and join me. As she kicks over a chair to you and passes you some scrolls. Just start writing, and she starts kind of blurting out instructions for you to jot down. Mostly mathematical equations, computations of velocity, trajectory, basically trying to set a course for the Inkclaw Reef. A lot of it may be above your head. I don't know if you have a proficiency in water vehicles. Yeah, a lot of this would be above your head. But she's just kind of asking you to keep track of her math as she's looking down and letting you be her hands.
Great. Yeah. I'm gonna try and soak up as much as I can, and also read any other pieces of paper that are in this room if I can. At any time that I'm here, I'm just gonna say any time that I'm here.
Give me. You're observant.
Extremely.
Yeah. What I'll give you is you notice a chest in this room that is labeled Vess on it.
That's his chest?
No problem.
All right.
Great.
As
Chest.
as Naxa is vomiting off the side, we're gonna cut back to the galley, and as we cut back to Dexter Ramsey, and it's like, and you see here is the perfectly filleted fish, seared to perfection, and also plated in a way that will be repellent against the swaying of the ship itself, so it maintains a very artistic presentation without while shifting in the bowl.
That's quite beautiful. Are you self-taught, or did you train in Rexentrum dramas?
No, I was fuck. I was trained in
Purdue.
No,
I'll never tell.
That is something I lost my memory on as a kid because when I was 9, I hit my head and now I don't remember where I'm from.
I just realized, while the name might be different, the backstory is I was trained probably a place familiar to you.
Really?
Yes, the culinary school in the Pallid Grove.
Beautiful, beautiful institution. Always dreamed about going there when I was a child.
Yes, the Pallid Platter.
Plate or platter? I don't understand the question.
I don't understand the question, and I refuse to understand.
It was a bit of a party school.
Well, you know those elves, they sure love to party. Quite a ways away from here, though. How'd you end up with the
Well, I
the Cerberus Assembly?
worked my way up to Ice Haven, found some jobs on the docks there, and wouldn't you know it, one thing led to another. I was a simple cook on a ship, and a job was offered, and kind of worked my way. And I'm not trained like most of the other wizards on board.
Do I have any credentials?
But I do have skills.
A PhD.
Pay the bills.
You ever had to fight?
No, I leave that to the crew.
That's fair. I mean, it's a nasty battle out there. I mean, you've been here for 10 years now. That's quite impressive. It's a dangerous task getting on the ocean and traveling around with Lady Vess. So she's strong. She'd protect everybody if you needed to, right?
Oh, very much so. Not that we've gotten into much trouble lately with her, but I trust her wherever she takes us.
Do you know much about the other ships?
Can't
Out of
say,
curiosity.
can't say that I have. Brought a few crewmates in the docks, but not. Couldn't tell you too much. What are you trying to know?
Just wondering if you knew anything about the ships we're meeting up with.
Oh, these Kryn ships.
Well, there's the Cream, but there's also our Armada, correct?
Well, Armada is the rest of the assembly. King Dwendal's ships. Different representatives from different groups, but it's primarily Righteous Brand and Cerberus Assembly ships heading southeast.
Forgive me, there's a lot that's happened these past couple days, and I'm still trying to process all of it. You know, with the prince's death and whatnot, it's quite hectic times.
Did he know about that?
What do you mean, Prince's death?
Oh,
Back in the city, there quite a commotion went down in the gala. The prince, you didn't hear any of that?
Back away. Quick.
No, that's news to me.
It's probably like
I would be careful with who you spread that information around.
But the like half the city saw. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Can I insight check him?
You know what they say? Loose lips.
did he come from the city? Or have they been sailing around and then stopped?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, there's something going on here.
I just want to know what his like. Besides what he's saying, did he know about this or not?
Go for it.
You cool?
You cool? Cool?
Insight. Oh, it's with advantage. 16.
Seems fairly honest. Nothing too.
Where is he from? Like, did he? Sorry, I'm not.
Honestly,
I don't want to cut in, but like, is it just because that they've like stopped at that city and then left? Like, they might just not know.
I've lasted 10 years on this ship by staying out of people's business. And
I was gonna say you could just ask him like why he's saying that. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, I mean, better you know that might not be a standard passage. Everything that's been going on, so careful.
well, thanks for the heads up.
I'd hate to lose a good teacher.
Thanks for the heads up. Throws you over what looks like a potato, but as you catch it, it is carved and sculpted into a work of art.
It's like our food on Sunday.
As it's got like a piece of prosciutto lined on top. As you hold it, it's almost like the gravitational forces are keeping the cheese floating in the middle of it. And it smells of mushroom mushrooms kind of crumbled, seared mushrooms crumbled on top as it's just kind of floating there.
Gross.
Enjoy a little treat.
Learn to make something like this.
Like I said, the pallid platter.
Beautiful.
All
This
right.
is-
And
looks magical.
with that, Elena, I want you to give I
We're
want
not done?
no.
Still on the ship?
You are still on the ship. Whoa. There we go.
Yeah, sorry, I was blurred out there.
Can you give me a D12 roll, please?
E12.
Don't do it. Something bad's gonna happen.
This is a die I do not use very often. That's 2.
Another basilisk approaches.
No. As you
Dragon approaches.
as you are chatting, you hear someone from the crow's nest call out,
Uh-oh.
"Motion! We've got motion!"
Ocean in the
goes,
ocean.
no shit.
Off the port side, towards the rear. It's gaining on us. As it's pointing out towards the
Has it been an hour?
towards.
So it's been all day because I now know how to use a cannon.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
we are now into the later afternoon. As you see, as you're making your way along the coast, pointing out, you start to see a bulge in the water
Battle of the Bulge.
as this giant tortoise shell rises up from the water
Shit.
with a large long tail swinging behind it.
Oh my
Approaching the ship, gaining. We will pick up next time.
God.